You have the ring. And I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Now let's see how well you handle it.
Hey everybody, Stax here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have my friend with me, Wes from Thinking Critical. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. First time on the channel. First time, long time, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. For y'all who are not familiar with Wes, go check out his channel over at Thinking Critical. Absolute great daily content. He will keep you up on all your news, DC, Marvel, Indies, everything. He covers it all and does an exceptional job at it. So go check his channel out. I'll leave the link down in the description below. And if you go check out my channel, his actual link is over there. And you just click that, subscribe. So let's talk Ten of Swords. You ready?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
All right. So we got more details about Ten of Swords. The list of books, all 15 titles, with a one to be decided. So I'm gonna start walking through these, and we'll get it. We'll just talk through them as we go. All right. First, we got 3 titled books that are X of Swords, Stasis, Destruction, and then the to be decided book.
You missed Creation.
Is it?
It's X of Swords or Ten of Swords Creation, Ten of Swords Stasis, Ten of Swords Destruction. Those would be the 3 intro books.
Okay, I had Creation. I didn't have Creation. I had to be decided on that one. All right, and then you have 3 Xmen books that this is going to take up. So we're going to divert from all our other titles that all our other stories we've been building, and we're going to go down this road, which I'm not excited about. 3 Excalibur books, which is cruel and unusual for most people to have to read that. Marauders, X-Force, New Mutants, Wolverine, and X-Factor all get 1 title. So what do you think about the title list for X of Swords, or Ten of Swords, sorry?
Well, just looking at it, it appears like it's going to be like a 6 to 8 week event series, crossing over multiple titles in Dawn of X. I kind of assumed because there were 15 comics, it would be like 3 of them on maybe the 5 original Dawn of X titles, or maybe there would be 5 issues within 3 of them. But it looks like they're spreading them out again amongst all the new Dawn of X, even the Wave 2 Dawn of X titles. X-Men and Excalibur, of course, getting 3 issues each. Those are the primary creators of Ten of Swords, Jonathan Hickman and Tini Howard. Marvel actually taking the opportunity to create 4 new #1 comic books. Absolutely falls in line with Marvel's strategy, of flood the market and also flood the market with #1 issues. Ten of Swords Creation, Ten of Swords Stasis, Ten of Swords Destruction. I think this is all going to have to do with Krakoa, Arako, Okara, I believe was the original name of it. I think we're going to get a lot more details of that, and maybe what that sword that we saw in Powers of 10 was all about. But that's kind of my guess there.
I'm glad to say that the Children of the Atom did not make this list, because one of my predictions going into this was they were going to use this event to prop that title up. So I am glad to see that title did not make the cut. Because I mean, it was even in the original art for the announcement.
Yeah, maybe that means Children of the Atom is actually a miniseries instead of an ongoing. That would be good.
That would be very good, because I don't think anybody's excited about that.
Absolutely not.
We do have the news that Hickman is writing the tent poles for this, and that helps the fact that we're seeing X-Men as carrying 3 titles during this, so we know he'll be writing those. The one-offs I'm not too worried about, because I think there'll be more tie-ins than carrying actual weight for the story. These X titles seem to have the bolt-on accessories that they're nice to have, but they're not pertinent to the story. I see them doing a lot of that in this series. Like I said, Excalibur, it makes sense the way they're heading in Excalibur 9 and everything we've seen with Otherworld, that this is possibly some kind of we're going to get the origin story for possibly Limbo or some of these other things tying back to Inferno, because we do have a Hellions title in here as well, don't we?
Absolutely.
Somehow, I could see all that possibly tying together in that. What's your thoughts on it? Are you excited for Ten of Swords at this point after seeing this list?
Actually, I'm very tepid on it, and it's not because of the idea. I think the artwork that's out there by Mark Brooks looks fantastic, and if you want to put a lightsaber in Cyclops' hand, absolutely, bring me some more. That's cool. I don't mind seeing all the X-Men having swords in their hand. I like a swashbuckling good time. My issues are that it's 15 issues. That sounds like a lot of money. And when you see the issue numbers, it sounds like it's going to be in a very short period of time. Like I said, it appears to me like 6 to 8 weeks for like an $80 event series. That's a lot of money. And that's just taking into account that these number one issues will be $5 and not $8. They could be, plus sized issues. Also, Tini Howard is not a good writer. Some people might like her, and I'm sure there are people on your channel that are big fans and they're enjoying Excalibur. I'm not. I did not enjoy her Thanos run. I'm not enjoying Excalibur. I actually dropped off the series after, I believe, the second issue. The pacing was really bad. The dialogue was even worse, and her use of the white pages was pretentious. Using that valuable real estate for sonnets rather than giving maybe some character history of, as far as all the characters she was introducing into the story, which I think would have been a much better use of her time. So I'm not apprehensive of the concept. I'm not apprehensive of the information as far as the story that we've been seeing. Obviously, we saw that introduced in Cable number 1 as well. We saw a sword in there. It's the number of issues, which seems really expensive in a short amount of time, and it's Tini Howard playing a central role in the creative process of this that really has me apprehensive.
Well, since you dropped off at number 2, I'd like to tell you that it made a dramatic improvement, that things got a lot better, that the dialogue improved, the pacing got better, and that up till 9, it's been superb. But I can't. It stayed right where it was. The dialogue is still bad. Some of the characterizations are horrible. It's just not. It's not a good title. It's of all the titles, I think it's ones that probably had the most interest as far as for myself going into it, just exploring a new title, and just complete disappointment after. Like you said, I also tried to read Tini Howard over in Thanos. It was a Gamora story. It was not a Thanos story, and it was not good. And then characterizations there were bad too. And dialogue was bad. So it's consistent across her titles. It's not a, I gave her another chance in Excalibur. It's not me. It's not that I don't like her.
Actually, if you follow her if you see her on social media, she seems like a really nice person. I've listened to a lot of her interviews on YouTube, and she genuinely seems like a good person that really likes comics and is enthusiastic about it. It's just her writing that bothers me.
And I will say I've seen her since this stuff with that I'm not going to mention, the current situation in the United States. I've seen her doing a lot to promote comic shops. So I will tip her hat for that. By no means, by me saying I don't like your writing, doesn't mean I think you're a horrible person. So it goes. We talked about this during one of your live streams. Her and Jonathan Hickman have a professional relationship. I think very much a mentor-mentee relationship. And I think he's trying to give her the opportunity to succeed on this title. I hope she improves. I hope this event is outstanding. I hope that he pulls her under the wing, says, "Here, look, here's what I need you to tweak. Here's what you need to adjust, and here's why," and show that leadership as the head of X that he is there. And that's hard to do though when somebody is a friend, So it'll be interesting going forward. I do hope this title is good, but we'll have to wait and see. Any other thoughts on this, man?
Well, I completely understand what Jonathan Hickman's doing. I was in the military for 20 years, and one of your jobs when you become an NCO or a senior NCO is you have to identify people that you need to help improve and keep moving them along the way and help them get better at their craft, because someone has to replace you. So I appreciate that he's taken the time and trying to cultivate and help Tini Howard grow as a writer. It doesn't appear to have taken thus far in Dawn of X so far within her writing on Excalibur. Hopefully it does. There's absolutely a chance that, Ten of Swords is a great story and she has a lot to do with that. Only time will tell, but those are just my concerns going into it. And that's just how I feel about it.
Well, hey, thanks for coming over and hanging out with me for a little bit, brother.
I really appreciate it. I hope you'll have me on again sometime.
Absolutely. We'll do this again as soon as we can clear the calendar, right? Everybody go check out Wes's channel, Thinking Critical. And guys, that's all we got. Real Comic Stacks out.
Peace.